Good evening, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. I took a week off and I totally forgot to inform everybody. That is my mistake. And today is going to be an interesting day because I am not prepared at all. Just simply because we have no idea what the hell we're going to do now. But, yeah. So, evening. Hello. Hello. Way. Cool. Alright. So, hello. Yes, we're back. Avalon is still going. Don't worry. Everything's fine. Ugh. Lots of things. There's. I have so many things going on in the background right now. uh, so many things. But hey, you know what? Um, it's fine. Hey, we're going back to Avalon. Great. So we have a couple things. I don't think Jim Job is going to make it today. He has work, so unfortunately. And Matt is currently on his way home, so get to deal with that. And Brady has to leave in about 3 hours. So we're not going to waste any time. Back into.
If she could send it to me.
Thanks, man.
All right. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Hmm.
Aw.
Hey. So, in a couple weeks,
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
are back.
Okay.
Hey, you guys. Oh boy.
Oh boy, I don't like the sound of that.
You guys are going to have to close out going on for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah?
Huh?
So, previously, our merry band of misfits returned to Greece in order to attempt to revive Anethil with, unfortunately, no success. After a heartwarming, uh, basically it was just a whole session and a nice heartwarming dinner with the Imperials, with everybody just gathering up in remembrance of Anethil. And after dinner, Gil and Edon had a nice little one-on-one chat in one of the lounges capital and was greeted by a little pixie friend who later revealed herself to be the long missing Oracle of Dreams. So, we could go ahead and pick up basically after that conversation. So, Cody, with this revealing of the Oracle, finally he found you guys, albeit too late, but
It's always too late.
like, do you hold this to yourself for the evening and then address it tomorrow with everybody else?
No, this would be a immediate response. I would inform. Uh,
Would I?
I mean, pretty much everybody has gone to bed for the so
Okay, if everybody's gone to bed, then I won't wake them. And it's like, yeah, because everybody's been drinking and whatnot. We'll settle things.
we'll talk about it in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. So, it is now the morning of January 25th. Gives you guys 36 days till this world meeting that is going to be taking place in Viral. So, everybody arises, makes their way down into the kitchens and the dining hall of Reese.
Woo!
So as you guys are sitting around the table and eating your breakfasts, Edon sits down, and you happen to notice on his shoulder is a tiny little humanoid creature.
Are you gonna introduce yourself to your are you gonna introduce us to your friend there by any chance?
Oh, yeah. My apologies.
Yeah,
Rough night. This
no
just so
problem, man.
happens to be the Dreamer Oracle? Oracle of Dreams? However you say that title.
Call me Alina.
Yeah.
I apologize for not showing myself so soon. Getting out of the Feywilds was rather difficult.
It's no problem. At least you're here now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We probably go ahead and at least talk about what the next steps of this plan are. You have a plan, yes?
I mean, we did.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's all gonna work out now. First of all, can anybody remind Cody what the plan was?
Cody, we don't have a plan.
Oh, okay.
We never had a plan.
The plan originally was to take out the Forsaken.
How are we doing on that, by the way?
We're done. You guys did it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Anethil died while doing it.
Anethel died after we did it to the Assassins Dark Guild.
Well, we succeeded in our mission.
I have a plan. Durlop says. Durlop says as he raises his hand.
You don't need to raise your hand.
Yes, child. What is your plan?
And he's gonna go over to. Who is your character?
Edon.
Edon.
The one sitting right next to you to your left.
All right, and all right, and all right, and he's gonna go over to Edon, and he's gonna boop him on the nose. Hush. And then he's gonna say, "How about um, h- how about we how about we go ahead and um, how about we go ahead and murder them assassins?"
I think we have more pressing matters to attend to.
As much as I would love to get my hands on the rest of the Assassination Guild right now, I don't want to risk any more lives than we already have.
Hmm, that's a good idea.
Right now, our next step is that we need to go to CL. After that, I don't know.
Do we usually have a plan?
From what I've really noticed, not really.
So who's all in this meeting? Josh, is it just everybody here?
I mean, everybody that's currently here at the moment. You guys also happen to notice that Hino is coming down. Guys.
Yay!
Well, if I remember correctly, our two friends, let's call them, went off to have a chat about what to do next. So maybe we should include them.
Yeah, they might have some pertinent information we need.
I
Or might be able to point us in the right direction. Because otherwise, we got a few months.
I'm pretty sure there's a funeral that needs to be arranged.
The first step that we should all take is getting Anathil's body back to her family.
agreed.
Agreed.
Gargle's gonna come over here, sit back on your shoulder. Afterwards, well, it's completely up to you all what you want. However, since we're all here, she's gonna sit down at the head of the table and gesture towards the Imperials. I believe that there is something that you all should share with your companions here.
Oh,
I was not looking forward to this.
What's
The grand plan.
Zorlov will just shrug. It can't be that bad. Let's hear it.
I do not follow. What are you talking about?
How should I put this? Probably as bluntly as possible.
our world is doomed?
Our world's doom is she wants somebody to kill her.
More than likely us.
That's,
I
More
feel like
specifically, the world is doomed if somebody doesn't kill her.
there's what I was looking for. I was expecting there to be a lot more than just that.
yeah, to be fair.
Oh, it's extremely complicated, but that was the simplest way to put it.
Well, give
It
us
doesn't
the
really get much more complicated than that. It's pretty much the brass tacks of it.
well, give us the full story. What is it that we have to kill you?
Uh,
How much time do you have?
Y'all might you guys might wanna get some snacks. This
Well,
will
we are
be
sitting at breakfast, Zorloff.
I mean this will be longer than Oh hey,
Hi,
goes
Gil.
back.
Hey, just got home.
Goes back. Woo!
Well, Draven, the rest of your party, I'll explain everything because you are all now equally involved in this as the rest of us. My
Sorry.
name is Hino Akamaho. I am the Demon Queen. Most importantly, I have to die. It's gonna take about a good solid hour for Hino to explain, hey, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
I have to
story.
be killed, otherwise I am going to destroy the entire plane.
Yay.
Draven sits there, like arms crossed, leaned back in his chair, just listening intently to this. Kalela and Ada, like, they exchange looks every once in a while and, like, look back at the party as they're listening, like, in utter disbelief of what they're hearing.
I'm just peacefully eating breakfast, listening to all this.
Usk is also eating breakfast, confirming for Kalela and Ada.
As if this isn't the first time that we've heard this, because it isn't.
Yeah.
And we're already well aware of how deep in the shithole we are.
What are you talking about? We basically made the shithole.
Oh, we
We've
made it our
dug the
hobby to
grave.
keep digging.
We've dug the grave. Now we just have to lay in it.
Our shithole, and there's no other like it because we like it this way.
Exactly.
Correction. You all like it this way. Zorlov does not.
Well, too
Guilty
bad. You're
by
amongst us.
association, bucko.
Roloff doesn't
So-
really get a choice in this matter.
So let me get this straight. The 7 of you were secretly training with the Empress of Flame to get strong enough in order to kill her.
Well, it wasn't originally
Yeah, pretty
to
much.
kill her
That's about the
outright,
long and the short of it.
but it turned into it.
Now, these Imperials, or Eternals, we're the Imperials.
I understand it, Draven. Your brain's fried a little bit.
Slightly. These Eternals, these are creatures that are more stronger than gods?
Pretty much.
Everything you know about the gods is a lie. They were created by the Eternals. And so, they want to recruit you because you are the strongest person on this plane. Yes. Okay. I'm not going to lie, that's a lot to take in.
It's pretty
We-
much we need an army of slightly less powerful beings to kill the most powerful being.
Who in
Slightly
In
this-
all
less?
honesty, for a little while we were debating telling you guys about it.
we were holding back from telling you about this because the Dreamcatchers were at a crossroads of whether or not we should get you involved.
We felt it would be a little rude to just be like, hey, so we're dealing with Armageddon. Would you like to join?
Well, this approach is I appreciate much better than dumping Armageddon on us.
Plus,
Cool.
there were a few in the group with personal stakes in this situation
And
to where we didn't want you guys in it.
Ada is going to speak up and say, and Anathil was the key to all of it. Yes, she was. She had these strange prophetic dreams as to being able to see and tell the future.
Also had the ability to pull other people into her dreams at some points.
Honestly, very fun.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Surprised that, I mean, we can't really tell if we enjoyed or hated it. We barely remember any of those escapades.
And I'm assuming Anathil is the reason why you all were looking for me.
Yes.
That would
Yes,
be the
indeed.
case. Originally, it was to learn more about her abilities, and now
Well, if we were going to learn anything about dreamwalking, who better to call?
Than the Oracle of Dreams herself.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but what you guys are describing with Anathil's powers, I've never heard of that before. I mean, yeah, I can go to and from the dream world, but I only know how to lucid dream. That's it. Pulling other people into a dreamscape, I've never heard of that before.
Who has her dream journal right now?
Would be me because I
Rose
have her
does.
bag of holding.
Hey, Rose, pull out the journal.
I'll pull out her journal.
I'm gonna slide it over to the Oracle.
Sorry, Josh. Did the Oracle give us her name?
Yes, she did.
What is that name?
Alina.
Thank you.
It's a cute name.
Basically, Miss Alina, you were a last-ditch effort in after talking to literal beings of great magic knowledge of the weird facilities of the plane of the dream, considering it's one of the most unexplored realms out there, considering it's almost impossible to get onto.
Yeah, because you can't get there by any way. But there's development of getting there.
I'm gonna slide Anathel's dream journal to the Dream Oracle. These are records of our escapades in Anathel's dreams.
She's gonna like drag it over. Like she's shorter than the book.
Gil will
So she's
politely
like-
open it and flip when she wants to.
Aw,
She'll
cute.
just like look through the book itself. She says, "Well, I do recognize some of these people, like the monster in the dark, and I recognize the other guardian too. I've only ever met her like twice.
Yeah, about her.
I'm fully aware that she's dead,
Okay.
and that's the reason why I've been spending so much time trying to get to the material plane."
Yeah, Anethel was supposed to take her place, but well,
And with no guardian in the dream world, that means Dread has free roam.
I mean, here's the thing, though.
Precisely.
How would have Anethil ever became the Guardian? Would she have just eventually just booped herself over there?
Eventually, she should have had complete control over this dream walking ability.
Fair enough.
Apparently has.
I'm still holding out hope of the hypotheses that is where her soul has gone.
Oh, trust me, mate. You and me both.
I'm sure we all are.
Like I said, her powers are just a complete enigma. I've never heard of anything like it before. I've never even heard of a dream guardian being born in the material plane.
Leave it to us to find just one more unique individual for this band of merry misfits.
we are one absurd oddity after the other.
That we are.
I don't think a single one of us have a normal thing to boot. Us is the closest thing we have to normal.
And that's saying
And I'm
something.
literally too angry to die sometimes.
Exactly, and that's saying that. I guess Edon's the closest thing we have to normal.
What he does is not normal.
No, but impressive it is.
Oh, yes.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
I think the closest we have to normal, excluding his magical disease, would be Jean.
Nah, as soon as you make a deal with a demon, your normalcy goes out the window.
Yeah, but that tends to be commonplace among large groups of people. There's
I'm
bound
gonna,
to be at least one.
I'm gonna look at us with a face of really. Where do you come from that it's so common that people make deals with demons?
Have you read the history of this plane?
I'm aware.
I've glanced at it.
I'm aware, but there was very little dealings during the devil incursion.
Getting back on topic here.
Sorry, yeah,
Yes, please.
Sorry, you know this. We tend to do this.
Essentially, what we're asking you, Draven and the Imperials, is if you would wish to be a part of this escapade to prevent Armageddon.
You know, if your calendar's free.
Of course, we would be more than happy to offer you training. Same amount of training that the Dreamcatchers are having. This is not something that is taken lightly.
I will say this: there are quite a few high-ranking individuals already involved in this.
Who exactly do you have?
Ourselves.
Well, at the current
Noctis isn't involved in it as well.
moment in time, I have
Oh yeah, there's the dragon.
I
Forgot about
have
that.
spoken to most of my colleagues, and 3 of them are unfortunately taking the opposite side for personal reasons, not for despise against Avalon. Professor Ferrora of the Academy has decided to side with me in this fight. To her, she owes me her life, but even though I told her time and time again that she does not owe me anything. Naotsu of the Nagatsune is another scenario. I saved her life almost 100 years ago. Gave her a home and a second chance of living, so she wants to pay it forward. And Max has his own personal reasons. I haven't quite exactly asked why. He's chosen to fight alongside me. As for the rest of you, there's of course the Dreamcatchers, the Wanderers, and we most recently was able to recruit an old accomplice to side along with you. He's a very capable fighter, and would definitely give you an upper hand once he goes all out.
Well, who is it?
Zoloff, you remember that dragon that fought?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that bastard. That
Yeah.
bastard Hino basically beat up the set. Listen, I'm gonna beat you up, and then you're gonna come back and kill me. Gio?
I'm just gonna look at the Imperials. We found a super old dragon down in the pit, and,
Along with a book.
and a sword, and Hino fought it.
I still
And
wanna
it's
read what's in
siding
it.
with us. I don't remember his name.
I still want to read what's in that fucking book.
You do not.
No, you do not.
What's that?
Because it will literally destroy your mind from the inside out.
Do you wish
What
to
was
go
that
mad,
dragon's
Zoloff?
His name is Nivrot.
Okay,
I mean,
Nivrot. That was the dragon's name.
I mean, to be fair, I think I've already gone mad with you all, but
Zoloff,
Yeah,
all
I'm pretty
knowledge
sure it's
is
gonna be a
power.
different type of mad.
Not all knowledge is power. Besides, we've been holding our tongue on recruiting more allies until, makes a grand statement at the World Leader meeting. Because it's a little weird to be like, hey, you want to come fight the Sovereign of Armageddon or something? Before you even know who that is.
when is that, by the way?
I don't know, like a month or
About a
something.
month and a half.
Little over a month.
I mean, we are still in talks with some of the members of, his organization, but I would, if most, rather keep them neutral than playing on either team. As much as the aid would be valuable, and turning them against us will not be.
You don't have to worry about members of the Nine. I already talked with most of them.
Noted.
The only ones that you'll have to worry about are Professor Ferrora, Naotsu, and Max.
Alright, so we don't have to worry about Arabella. Right. Gil gives a big old sigh of relief. because I don't think we would be able to do anything with Arabella around.
You
I'm just
wouldn't.
gonna look. I'm just gonna look at Draven and the Imperials. It's a lot of information to take in, but the choice is still yours.
Who's Arabella again?
Another thing is, you don't have to make a choice immediately. Think about it, ponder it. It's not an easy fight. It's either we.
Arabella's. Oh, sorry, can I go?
It is, however, either we die fighting or
We're damned
either
if
We
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 die
do.
fighting
die.
or we die.
We're damned if we do, and damned if we don't.
Correct.
Exactly.
Basically.
Pretty
Also,
fucking much.
Arabella's that
Pretty much.
Kitsune god we met when we went to the Kitsune city in the Underdark, and like,
Oh yeah, she's nice. I like her.
oh, she's very, very lovely woman.
Oh,
Kitsune
yeah.
god, not really sure
Well,
what that is. I will do that.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That seems like a pretty straightforward answer to me.
That's fair.
Got me in.
Everybody's eyes turn over to the other two.
But if you seriously think that we're just gonna sit to the side and let Draven go in alone, you're crazy.
Oh, I had no doubts.
I mean, we are crazy, but that's besides the point.
Besides, what would be the point if we fail?
Yeah, there's a very astute argument there.
As long as we get the proper training.
I'm gonna have to move that boulder again, aren't I?
Yes.
More than likely.
Chum, Ducky, lovely to have you.
You had to move a boulder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than what Ferrara had me and Zoloff doing, to be honest.
Sounds like more fun than what Arabella had me doing.
Okay. Gil, I mean, to be fair, what we did was fun, and I got to spend
We
some quality time
slugged-
with
I
you.
mean, yeah. But we literally were slinging spells against a brick wall that said no.
Oh,
I'm
I
confused.
wish.
What?
Oh, the training we went through with the 9 while you were
I
with.
knew there were a lot of religious textbooks. I didn't expect to have to read every single one of them twice.
That sounds horrendous.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay, so now we must go through what needs to be done beforehand.
Really quickly, us. Thank you for that picture.
Now, one thing that I also have to inform you all. As you were able to see near the end of our raid, I have the ability to transform.
Yeah. I've noticed that.
Yeah?
And I promptly ran from it.
As you should have.
Let me ask this
Out of the 3 souls that the 4 souls that I have in me, I only have control over 2 of them.
Good to know.
I still have slight control over my demonic form. I also have slight control over my 9-tailed form, which is what you saw in the chamber.
So what is the form you don't have control of?
I no longer have control over my Ifrit form. And I also don't have control over my fear form.
How did that end up happening? They just kind of up and said, hey, no, not anymore.
A broken mind is difficult to repair. And with fear, it's difficult to overcome the emotion of fear when you are on the verge of slaughtering everybody that you know and love.
That's fair.
As for my Ifrit form, the fires inside me burn brighter than any. Losing control of the fires. Something that I don't want to take the chance of.
And we very much appreciate that.
So, let's go over with what we're doing here. We have the world meeting. The world meeting to attend. We have the time heist that Noctis is preparing. And most importantly, we have to start your more intensive training.
Yay.
Come on. Oh, come on, Gil. It might be fun.
It'll be fun when we die, I feel.
Oh, don't you worry. I won't let you die.
I'm so reassured.
And after doing some quick digging, I think I found a way to do it.
Hmm? How so?
Do what in particular?
Get you guys stronger.
Interested.
Well, I'm
horrified
willing to
of
listen.
So it is going to require a little bit of dimension hopping.
Dimension hopping, you say?
It's not the first time we've done it, and it probably won't be the last.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Sounds fun.
What's the
Wait.
plan?
Sounds
When
like a
did we
fun field
dimension
trip.
hop?
When we went to the plane of shadows.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a cakewalk, comparatively,
We
I'd
went there
imagine.
for a meeting. It does not count.
Hey, we still hopped dimensions.
Okay, you're right. But once again, we went there for a meeting.
It still counts for what I said.
We
Didn't
went
say
there
anything
under
about
guidance.
difficulty.
So, Ina's gonna open up a small portal, get your hand inside, and she's gonna pull out a map and spread it out onto the table. It's a little bit out of date, so let's go ahead and fix it.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Oh dear lord, this thing. I haven't seen this in forever. You could draw some red X's on some of those places.
So, welcome to the map of your crystal sphere.
Oh, this thing! Yay! Cool.
So, immediately, we can cross out a couple of places. Avalon being one of them, considering that about 100 years ago, Horsemen of the Apocalypse were destroyed. So, that plane doesn't exist anymore. Hell is basically halfway gone.
Yeah, Typhoon's not too happy about that one.
And I may or may not have paid a little bit of a visit to the plane of agony. I'm gonna go ahead and
You did what?
cross that off.
You are a busy lady, Hito.
So, we do know for a fact that the River Styx still exists, because that will lead to the Boneyard and Purgatory. Separation between heaven and hell. The heavens certainly still do exist.
Godless though they may be.
Godless as they be, but however, it is still the home of several million Azamar and other avian angelic-like creatures.
I look over at Rose. Think we can get them on our side?
What?
Think we can get them on our side?
That's a couple dozen angels here and there won't hurt.
Now, the difficult ones. The Abyss. I am not 100% sure if the Abyss still exists.
Let's say shouldn't have caved into itself if my history is correct.
It should have. However, I still exist.
Oh.
If anything, the primordial substance that makes up the abyss is probably still there,
That's true.
waiting for its next master.
Being so, whatever still is living there, most definitely suffering.
They'll live.
So
They've
let me
been
get this.
suffering for countless aeons. We could suffer countless more.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
We do know that the dimension of dreams and the dimension of time are off limits by normal means. Though, Noctis can semi-accurately get us in and out of the plane.
Semi-accurately.
He can get us there. Where on the plane of time we end up,
That's a different question.
I think the correct way to say that is when.
well, on the plane of time, both when and where are the same thing.
Concept of position.
The answer is yes.
The concepts of those don't exist. Not within the desert of time. So that leads us with a few places.
Time's a desert?
Mm.
It still
Where
leaves
do you
us with a
think the
few
sands
places that
time
we can
come
go.
from?
Do tell.
So, at least for some of you, I could get us the Ignis to the plane of fire.
Zorlof's ears perk up at the mention of that.
Yeah,
Do you have something to do there, Zorloff?
Yeah, I had to take my Phoenix friend home.
Well, I think you just need to find a way for the Phoenix to get there. I mean, this is technically a way, I guess, but
Hmm.
how do you contact the Phoenix?
Uh,
You have no way of contacting the Phoenix, do you?
Josh, does
I
Zorlof have a
remember the Phoenix giving you a mark.
Josh, does Zorlof have a way of contacting the Phoenix, or?
You know that the Phoenix marked you when you met it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you've got a scar on your hand to prove it.
I mean, yeah, I know that, but
So, I could at least get you all into the plane of fire.
um,
And,
that's no. Oh,
and to second that, Mr. Oceanus, I
Hello.
believe I also have a way to help you out by getting you into the plane of water.
All right, I'm sold.
Hmm.
I know I'm a cheap date, but I'm sold.
Now,
Really cheap.
You're already better.
Now, it is more or less trying to find a way in order to have you all attune some sort of true element.
I feel for me and
Miss Zoloff, that's a little obvious why we're going to attune best.
Does it have to be us specifically, or can it be a weapon? Because
Well,
I've got this.
well,
It's already pretty fire.
well, Usk, with you, since you are unfortunately incapable of casting magic, your weapon is going to be your providing of true elements. which is the reason why we are going into the fire.
So it's gonna be kind of like an arcane focus, I
So
guess.
could be. So I guess that leaves the question of where would Rose attune and where would we try to attune Edon's weaponry?
Well, John, your weapon actually can attune to pretty much anywhere.
Huh.
Max and Professor Ferrora created your weapon in order to hold more than one shard of elemental power.
Well, that's interesting.
Being blessed with Typho's energy should be able to handle without there being any negative precaution.
Hmm.
I
But
like the word should.
But the problem is figuring out where Mr. Canty and Miss Rosalie come from.
I mean, working off of what I know of elemental theory,
Air would probably be a very good element for Edon.
That's how
And
quick he moves.
Well, not to mention his weapon. If he's able to give it more airflow behind it, it will be more forceful. It's just physics.
and my guess is probably darkness for Rose.
Well, that's not much to plane. But we could throw her in the shadow plane for a while.
I like the way you think, Gil. You and me are getting similar to the. Close on the same brain length. However you say it.
Close enough.
We share the same brain cell.
Hey, that's it.
Hey,
Thank
I'll
you.
have you know, we at least have 3 between us, and I own 2 of them.
The question is whether or not they connect often.
They connect more than yours, ask.
Hey, so I have a question. A little while back, I actually got a Phoenix's attention. She wanted me to basically take her back home to the plane of fire, but I don't have any way of contacting her. Do you have any ideas?
Where exactly did you meet this?
Wildlands.
Wildlands.
Thank you.
We were
Well,
just
I
walking
remember I
around.
hid from it.
We were just walking around, and we all hid, and Zoloft went, "It's a pretty bad," and not Jim John. What Jim John? John also went, "It's pretty bad," while the rest of us were hiding in a ditch.
lucky you weren't incinerated.
We are very lucky we were not incinerated. Well, they're lucky. The rest of us hid in a ditch. They were warned. Where were you? I was hiding in the ditch.
Why didn't you do anything? I was over in
I
the
was-
ditch.
I was over in the ditch.
Miss Rosalie, I believe,
Yes?
if I'm not mistaken, you have a second scythe. Do you
Indeed, I do.
get it from a...
Of course. I'll summon the scythe out of my shadow.
So
Interesting. Corporeal's shadow scythe.
So Eden, hear me out. We send one of you to air, one of you to earth, and then we have every element covered. And that way we can just like summon some ultra element being.
You mean, please,
And we'll call him Sergeant Avalon.
Gil, please,
Get.
Gil,
Get.
Gil,
Get.
please.
No. Get.
Gil,
said
that is an
get.
example of the brain cells not connecting.
I'm sorry,
Gil,
but like I was sitting
please.
here and I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I need to say.
Okay,
It's really sad that a good portion of my audience has no idea what you're talking about.
They
Captain
don't know who
fucking
Captain Planet is.
No!
Oh,
I'm pretty
I
sure they
really-
don't know who Captain Planet is.
I grew up on Boomerang.
How the fuck do they not know who
We're
Captain Planet
old.
is? How?
We are old.
I bet if we
Okay?
asked Dominic, he would.
How old? Even I
I'm-
know
I'm
who
the-
Captain Planet is. I'm 30.
I'm the youngest mofo in the room right now.
We are old.
Wait, are you serious? How old are you?
24.
Gil? You're 24?
Yeah.
I thought you were 19.
Oh no, that's Jim Jamalamali.
That's
he's
Johnny.
close.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I think he's like 25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, oh no, Jom's younger than me. I know that for a fact.
God, I keep forgetting I'm older than most people in this group.
Yeah, suck it up, bitch.
Us? How old are you?
Yeah.
I'm 27. The only people older than me are Cody and Dave and you.
You're 27?
And me at a certain point in time.
There's 1 week of the year.
Oh
Actually,
yeah, that's right. You were born in what, February or some shit like that?
what? No.
I don't remember when you were born.
Man, what a great friendship you guys have.
Anyway,
To be fair, he didn't remember my birthday either.
We'll talk about this later.
I do believe that
I like
there
the
is
way you
something
think,
that we
Gil.
can do with you, Miss Rosalie.
Oh.
Although, you're not going to like it.
Gil's intrigue has been skyrocketed.
Still loves ears perk up. What do you got planned for her?
The realm of death. The boneyard.
I'd say that's actually fairly fitting.
Fitting, but it sounds ominous.
She'll be fine. She's a cleric of death, isn't she?
Well, technically, I'm both a cleric of death and of life.
So
Wait,
we just need to find whomever is the Oracle of Death, theoretically, and we can get her there.
wait a minute, Rose is a cleric?
Yes.
Contrary to the
Rose is a
popular
cleric?
belief. Contrary to the popular belief, yes, Rose is a cleric.
She's a cleric fighter.
She's just
Okay.
she's not just a scythe wielding maniac, though that is a majority of what she is.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be 100% honest. I thought she was I thought she was some custom homebrew class called a Reaper.
No.
Does sound interesting though.
Yeah,
I
it
bet you
does.
there's a Reaper subclass for something.
Probably,
is.
more than likely. Wait, there is?
It's called a mortal usher, and it
Hmm.
actually is a
It's a prestige
subclass of
class.
cleric.
Ooh,
It's also
that
a
sounds
prestige
cool.
class.
Really?
It's an archetype using Necromancer,
Ooh.
Yep.
the
So-
Reaper.
We can aim for the boneyard for Rose. Mr. Canty, with you, the swift plane of air would probably work.
I mean, yeah.
There's a specific thing that I want to research a little bit in the boneyard before we go there. But the plane of fire and water are probably the easiest two that we can go to. Tell me something.
Hmm?
Have any of you ever
I-
heard of a catastrophic dragon?
Knowledge check?
Planar.
All right, 1 second. I just
Planar.
realized I haven't
Planar-
had my
Planar
character sheet.
or a very, very high nature check.
Oh, well,
Alright,
let me turn off panic debuff.
Okay,
No.
I don't mean
no,
to-
I've never heard of that. Cody, remember to get rid of panicked.
Okay, so
Oh,
let's see.
Yep, apparently that is still active.
You said it was knowledge planar?
Planar or nature?
Have I?
Well,
Hmm.
You're certainly up there, Matt.
Well, I do get to pride myself on being the smartest person in the room. Now that sadly Anathel's gone and
her bullshit bard rolls are gone.
So I always say planes, not planar. Are
Yeah,
they the same
planes.
thing?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
planes.
planes.
Thank you.
Just only ask me about Arcana, Dungeoneering, planar or history.
Matt, you didn't make the exact check, but you have like maybe once in your childhood. you've
I read
heard
it
of
once in the book. What was the actual check? I'm curious.
It was a 35.
I could have made
Oh.
that.
Holy shit, I got a nat 20. Go me.
No, that's not
Modified
bad.
20.
That's not a nat 20. You got an
Oh.
18 plus 2.
It's can I like give like the basic like storybook explanation I've heard of it?
Like
Joy.
It was a fairy tale.
they're like fairy tale like elder dragons.
That's
fucking
are you
right.
talking about like something from a children's story, like this is the bringing of all the end times type of thing. Because those things are, I mean, to be honest, I thought a lot of things were fake up until this last couple of years. Yeah, but that's a nice point.
So let me give you the quick rundown. They are fascinating creatures. And I've actually ran into one of them a while ago. Long time ago, that one. Catastrophic dragons are similar to your standard dragon that you would see here. Your red dragons, your bronze dragons, stuff like that. While chromatic and metallic dragons are based off of different elements and what their parents were, what they were born off of. Nivrot being an umbral dragon born of the shadow plane. There are dragons that are born in the elemental planes. And their powers are the equivalents of walking natural disasters.
So it'll be the equivalent of a living typhoon, a living volcano, a living hurricane, or a living mudslide earthquake. Be an earthquake, I assume.
Correct. It also counts for other different dragons. Blizzard dragon, for example. They are very powerful. Most of the metallic and chromatic dragons originate from these creatures.
So we're talking about the progenitors of the dragons we see today.
Exactly.
How did you know that big word? I don't even know that big word.
He read it in a book I gave him.
Actually, I knew it before you, Gil. Progenitor basically means parent of a distant relation.
Why would you know that? You spend all your time on the fucking roads.
You act like I've never read a book in my life.
We would be shocked to see you do it.
You've seen me do it.
I know, I'm just pulling your leg.
We'd be shocked to see you do it again and
No.
again.
If you think about it this way, if we can find one of these dragons, at least maybe get it to teach us a thing or two. Well, to teach you guys a thing or two. Teach you the secrets of the elements. I believe that would be the case of what we were looking for in order to find the secrets of the true elements.
It is, I mean, in theory, the best way to go up against you, yourself being one of the few remaining wielders of true elements. Not the only one left who can wield the true element?
What about us? What a part of this? Are we going to get these true elements?
Oh, yeah. I was literally about to ask, what are we going to do with Draven and the crew?
Ice sounds pretty cool. It does.
But
All right, seems like we're going
All right.
swimming then.
Kaleila's like thinking to herself. She's like, "No, what kind of element would fit my realm?"
What does Ada do again? I can't remember.
Ada is the rogue.
Okay.
Shadow, maybe.
Is Shadow technically a true?
Sorry, I'm just spitballing.
No,
Yeah,
I
yes.
mean,
I'm about to say that's a Josh question because I don't know if we're going just with the 4 elements plus light and dark, or
No, like light. It
Oh.
would be radiant, darkness, air, water, fire, earth, ice.
nature.
Now that would be classified as earth.
Yeah, that's fair.
Death.
Radiation.
Since you have radiancy, you also have to have decay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be something for you guys to think about. What Kaleila's true element would be.
Okay.
I mean, she's fast and nimble on her feet, so
No, not Ada. Kalela, the tiefling.
Oh, my bad.
I
She's
don't remember how Kalela fights.
Layla is a
Wouldn't it-
Magus.
oh, she's a Magus.
A Magus.
I believe so.
What-
Is that what I have my notes on her as?
wouldn't it wouldn't wouldn't it automatically be fire since tieflings are demons or devils?
Well, you can have different types of. There are ice devils and demons as well as dark, earth. If you could think of an element, there is a tiefling subtype.
Fair enough.
I don't know, Kalela.
Have you? It's Kalela, right? We're trying to figure out for. Have you? You can use magic if memory serves correct, right?
Correct.
Do you have a particular element you tend to favor over most?
Ada's gonna speak up and to say, "What about lightning, Kalela?
Ooh.
You use lightning bolt like frequently."
Storms?
There's a combination. Yeah,
That
such
could,
there's such thing as lightning.
if there is, that would also very well.
Perhaps
If there
perhaps
is,
if
that would-
perhaps if you mix radiancy and
Yeah.
If there,
Correct
If
me if
there
I'm
are-
wrong, but doesn't lightning focus on air magic?
It does. It's more of a tempest because it's basically makes clouds and supercharges and storms and blah 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 blah. So I feel like it would definitely be found somewhere between and go ice. It's like the planar map on the table.
yeah, it's what you see is played in front.
And I would assume theoretically, I'm not sure if these all have realms in them, but if you were to look for lightning, you might find it either between fire and air, because you would most likely find storms or like a hurricane or something between air and water.
You would find ice.
Oh,
in
that makes sense. Yes.
air and water.
So theoretically, between air and fire would be your lightning. Because I mean, lightnings are one of the basic things that dragons can use, meaning somewhere in their heritage.
So
But I'm
what
not-
is it like wielding elemental power? Is it like what's the best way to put this? I'm the big bad wolf. I'm gonna blow you down.
I mean, I can't speak for the true elements, but I mean, I think Zolab could agree on this statement that it's different for every element. I feel more of a sense of flow and calmness moving through me when I cast things with what aquatic subtypes. Where I would assume Zolaf feels, if it's not obvious due to its outbursts, more rage and hot-headedness when using his element.
you got a point.
But fire can also be calm and water can also rage.
Oh, absolutely. I would have
Aye,
said
Yeah.
these are specific things, but these are the most base forms we're thinking here. You think of calm waters, a raging fire, a swift breeze, and steady earth.
The reason why seeking out these catastrophic dragons would help us understand them a little bit more.
Oh, that's true. We have a very limited understanding.
So we will aim for these elemental planes
And the boneyard.
and the
Do we? I guess we're just gonna have Jim John Malomely where he wants to go.
I mean, like I said, Germany is a very special
Isn't it?
case.
Where
'Cause-
he can go field trip around to all four and be like, "Here we go."
Yep, just like take a little piece of this, little piece of that.
Go have himself a field day shopping at the flea market.
Exactly, and then switch at the flick of a button. So right. Oh. What do we do now?
Go
Yeah,
to the plains, probably.
Have a plan. Spend a little bit of time do at least until the meeting happens.
Well, we have personal things to do with firsthand.
Draven, why don't you and your companions stay here, so that way we can gauge and monitor your skills and see where we have to. Well, while the rest of you, I hope you get to your next destination.
I'm not looking forward to this.
Well,
Alina, because you would. I think I'm gonna stick with them for a little bit.
No, I'll be happy to have you.
Just to let you know, we do tend to get in a lot of trouble.
Oh yes, we're a shit show of a group.
we don't always go looking for it. Most of the time it finds us.
Well, it's not like I can go back home, so guess we're stuck with each other.
Wouldn't be the first time we've been stuck with somebody.
Won't be the last.
We tend to be a last resort group type of thing.
Yeah, well, at least your lives aren't on the line, Oracle.
Oh, that's true. God, who would ever give away their life to protect an oracle? Like, no offense to you, miss, but like the idea of like your job is now to protect an oracle, and if you fail to do so, your life is invalid. That just seems like a horrendous responsibility.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad deal.
A
Well, you
horrid
might
deal.
want to go tell that to Opal's companions.
Didn't, hold on, Usk, didn't you make a deal with?
I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Listen, Josh just set us up for the great amount of meta commentary right there, and I could not take it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because once again, we remember that the Wanderers took the rawest deal in fucking history.
Precisely. Anyway, so Hino walks up to everybody and says, "Okay, who has a clear image of what Anathil's home will look like?"
I do.
Rose or myself would probably be your best.
Oh, Gil's closer, so Hino's gonna walk up to Gil and she's gonna like grab his head and she says, "All right, I'm gonna penetrate your mind."
You know, I'd be
It's
shocked
not the
by
first
this.
time he's been penetrated.
Hey, you're right, but hey,
So Gil, you
first
feel,
time by a woman.
So Gil, you feel like a rush of magical energy like pulse through your body.
Ouchies.
And she takes her hand off and says, "Okay, I have the location. The three of you, Parzer and Max, are going to be down here in a few moments. Elect you. So good luck. Try not to stain the carpet."
What?
That's to Draven.
Try not to stain the carpet.
Carpet.
Pop.
All I think is Draven's like, you know, maybe I'm kind of like regretting that deal now.
Well, maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
Welcome to our life. You made your boat. You lay. Oh, there's a man with a sword.
All right, so you guys disappear out of the dining hall of Faris and reappear poof back in the foresty areas and a couple yards out from Arizona Estate. And as you guys are walking up the path, you happen to notice that there is an elven guard that is patrolling the grounds.
Gonna look at the guard, give him a slight nod.
He's just like chilling on the docks, just standing, watching around.
You know what? I'm gonna ask the guard if she's in.
Miss Ciel? Yes, she's currently inside at the moment.
May I ask why you are stationed here?
Oh, well, this is the one of the furthest outreaches of the Elfin Kingdom. With the recent issue with these shadow creatures appearing out of nowhere, the Queen has ordered to have her forces split and to guard some of the civilian population.
Populace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, very noble. Well, we thank you for your duties. Rose, I believe you said you wanted to do this.
Yes. Please, you wouldn't mind.
Do what you need. Would you like us to accompany you with you, or would you like to do it in solace?
I would like to speak with her first and
Of course.
alone.
We'll wait out here.
Hino is actually going to hand you what appears to be like a small sealed box.
Oh, cremains.
Yeah.
That box is full of anything.
If you need us,
it?
We're outside.
Thank you. Just so I am where this is, and the box.
This is Anathel's
remains,
coffin.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
this is her coffin. It's shrunken down.
Oh, okay.
Them box really filled of anything.
Magic. Man. I'm gonna walk up to
just
the door.
gonna-
And
I'm
gonna
just
knock.
gonna.
Front door's right
gonna
here.
Oh.
sit on the
This
dock.
estate is so convoluted. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
like where the front door is and what's like a windowsill, and
Yeah.
I'm just
I
sitting
know.
on the dock, staring in the water.
I love this.
I'd walk up to the door and I would knock.
All right, and of course, Ciel is gonna open up the door and she's gonna give you a smile and say, "Oh, Miss Rose." And interesting to see. The rest of your friends here.
They are, but I wanted to speak with you in private first.
Oh, very well. Come in.
Boy,
I'd
howdy,
come
do
in,
I
I would-
feel guilty.
And I would sit down.
Imagine how Usk feels.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, by the way, just for the sake of it, Rose would have her cleric's raiments on. And instead of her normal red hood, she would have a black hood on as well.
Cool.
Miss CL. Unfortunately, I have to come today to offer some bad news. Thank you.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Dave is not good with words. Rose is much better with them.
Okay. So we could just go ahead and say that Rose explained to CL, what happened, and everything, presented her with the coffin and such, and Rose
And
explains that
the message from
yeah, it's
Anatole to her.
magically enhanced, and she hands her her papers that came from Anathil's will.
Mhm.
Needless to say, CL's not happy. And while
I don't think she has any right in the world to not be.
and why as in since it was Rose who came to her at the most polite manner that she could, in all due respect, she asks you to get off her land.
Shit.
I can't blame her.
That is what she would do.
So Rose comes out, and the rest of everybody else sees her.
She would be upset.
Gil will walk forward. How tall is Rose again? I can't remember.
I think she's only 5'4".
Gil will
Yeah.
like get down on a knee just so he can look Rose in the eyes and be like, "She's not mad at you. She's mad at the situation. We did give her our word that we will try our darndest to protect Anathil, but we cannot control destiny or fate. All we can do now is let her grieve, and if she wishes to reach out to us when she is ready, that is what she would choose to do. But we cannot force her hand, for that would just make it worse."
You know. We should be going though.
Of course. Gil will not knock on the door, but put a very fine box of teas on the stoop.
You just hand it to the guard.
I could just hand. That's true. Gil will walk over to the guard and hand the box to the guard. When Miss Arizona is ready and willing, please just give this to her. She does not need to know whence it came from. It's just a nice box of teas.
And Hino is also going to hand the guard a scroll. Give this to her as well.
This whole time this was going on, Usk is sitting there on the dock writing a letter. And he's going to give it to the guard. Josh, I will message you what it says.
Okay. So, you guys gather up, hand your things to the guard, and make your way.
I assume that guard has read the room and figured out what we came here to do.
Yeah, and he offers you guys his condolences, boss.
I'm just gonna look at him like, it's not us who needs to be consoled at this current moment. Someone else needs your protecting right now. Gil's gonna say that through like a very wavering smile, trying to hold back tears.
Hold on.
All right, and so go back to the world map.
Well,
I haven't been here in a while.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
So you guys are currently right here, just outside of the city of Phelan.
So do we don't need the, have we dealt with the Forsaken? I never actually got,
The Forsaken are gone.
okay. I never got an answer on that one.
Yes, the Forsaken have been destroyed. Hino and Typhel got
When
to the
it blew
rest of
off
the
some steam?
storehouses. Yeah, those storehouses are in flames.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
What do we wish?
Congrats. Another Dark Guild down.
Very
Thank you.
efficient. Well, folks, we have about a month before our meeting. We don't know when we're going to be careening through space and time. would we like to make out? But I believe we're in the region that Brain, hello. Dravis. Not Dravis. Yeah, Dravis?
Draven.
Draven, thank you.
You're welcome.
Draven. What this is the region Draven was telling us that had the mysterious shadow creatures, right?
Yes.
So maybe we spend a bit of time investigating that.
If I'm not mistaken, the Fountain of Question is.
Oh, it's just a little south of here, to my knowledge. West? Which city is it?
You guys are in the city. The fountain is.
Oh, I didn't realize we were in the right city for it.
Uh, yes, but I don't know what questions we have for the fountain currently.
Well, in case if you wanted to go there, there.
Does anyone have anything they? Oh, who? Anethil used her question. I believe so did Rose.
Yep. Everybody else still has a question.
I didn't. I didn't even ask mine, but I don't even know what I would ask.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like that we don't really have anything pressing. The only
Mm-mm.
pressing to ask it, other than trying to find the assassin's the assassin's hand, or whatever they're called.
That's hand.
Death's hand. Thank you. But that's not really on the high priority list.
Oh my
You know-
god.
You know,
What?
I completely forgot about something.
What?
Mm,
Oh god, no.
What?
mm.
I forgot about something about drag. I can't tell you guys. Hold on. I gotta message Josh.
What did I forget?
What the fuck?
What did I
You don't
forget,
even-
Cody?
You
Hold
know,
on.
you know, Gil, in all honesty,
I
we
misspelled this horribly, but I don't care.
you know, Gil, Gil, in all, Gil, in all honesty, when we find those Death Hand members or whatever they're called, I'm gonna enjoy scorching them till their bones aren't even left.
Oh, please, their deaths will not be swift.
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind.
All right,
Oh.
Cody, why you just throw us through a roller coaster?
Oh.
No, Drac has a severe phobia against fairies, and he thought that Alina was a fairy.
Isn't she a pixie?
She's a pixie.
How the
She's a pixie.
how
It just
the
dawned on me she's a little person with wings. It was
How-
like, oh.
I mean,
How the
if Drag is like swatting her away, Gil will just let her sit on their shoulder and they will discuss.
No.
How the fuck would someone have a phobia of fairies?
I mean, fairies are scary, man. They can be
Fa-
like, you're a
listen,
squid.
Any type of fey creature is terrifying,
Never give them your name.
and they are
Okay.
a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
The only fairy type creature that I am afraid of, and this is only like because I watched these movies from a young age, is the Leprechaun franchise.
But leprechauns are just assholes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they
just
are.
small Irish people.
They're Zoroastrians, which is
So
sneezes.
Do we?
we do have the fountain.
Should we see if we can wander around for a bit and head from a couple towns to see if we can get more information about these channel monster sightings? Or does anyone have anything crucial they think we should ask the Fountain of Questions? To my knowledge, we really have never had a crucial question to ask it, other than the handful that we did the first time we came.
I have a question to ask you, but I don't actually know if it's relevant to the situation or not.
I mean, what do you have to ask it, Zoloff? Are you trying to find like a way to contact the Phoenix?
To be honest, that hasn't even crossed my mind. I just want to know if we'll see Anvil again.
That's the letter, Josh.
and he starts tearing up.
Oh, trust me, Olaf. We all wish to see her once more. But we can't change the past, except for the fact we're literally about to go do that. But it's not us to dictate. We can only do what she wished for us to. And her wish is for us to keep going and keep doing what we are. It would be the equivalency of spitting in her face if we were to give up now. So, as much as we mourn and miss her, it is, in my opinion, the right and noble action to go forth with our journey, figure out what plagues these lands, and do what Anathil would have done, which is help people.
I think
And maybe
I'm,
sing a song or two while along the way, just horrendously out of key for her.
He he thinks for a minute and he thinks for a minute and as his ear twitches. You know, on second thought, I think I'm gonna go ahead and ask the final questions how I contact the Phoenix.
I mean, have you even attempted to just say, Phoenix, hello?
Josh.
If I remember
what was her
right,
name?
the Phoenix had a name.
Yeah, what was her name, Josh?
Josh, name now.
Josh, did you forget?
Give me name. No, you should have written this down.
Dave, did you write it down? 'Cause
I did.
Zorla,
I didn't
you
fu-
should wrote it down.
I didn't fucking write it down.
Well, the Phoenix is not in your character compendium. Let me see if I could find it.
I'm so sorry, Josh.
Revy.
It's
Revy,
okay.
thank you. So he
It was another anime.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
about to
God
say, isn't
damn
that
it.
an anime reference?
what's
I
the,
know that name.
Okay, so
Alright,
okay, so Josh, what's the anime?
Black Lagoon.
You got
That's
is
right.
is the Phoenix
That's
going
right.
to church?
I still have to watch that.
That's a good show.
Fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good show.
yeah. But anyway, so he looks at the mark and he tries just like tapping on it, like a microphone.
You tap on it, nothing happens.
Revy, are you? Can you hear me?
I can, Phoenix.
Hey.
Can can everyone hear her?
No, I have only you can hear.
Oh, okay,
The
cool.
marking I gave you is a telepathic link.
Oh, fancy. I, to be quite honest, I just actually wanted it. I just actually wanted to test if this would work.
Have you found a way to get me home yet?
We have. Me and my friend Eno.
Oh, and when should I
Hi.
expect to be able to go home? About that, we're kind of on the complete opposite side of the world.
We don't have definite time as to when we're going.
To be honest, Revy, we I don't really know, but we're gonna we're basically on the other side of the world.
We will be going there, and we will tell you when we are.
Regardless, though, we will be going there eventually, and we'll be telling you when we are.
Very well.
So,
We'll await your arrival.
So, Zolf, you figured out how to talk to the Phoenix?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
She is
So,
She's very anxious to get home.
I mean, wouldn't you if you've been stripped away from your home?
Oh yeah, I would.
So, why don't we make our way up the my road? And stopping through, seeing if we can learn anything about these shadow spawns. And also, maybe best to tell Her Majesty what's. She was a big fan of Anathel's.
Josh, but I have the brain of a goldfish. Would Zorlov know about these status like in character?
Yeah, I can't remember. Was Ryan with you guys when you guys were first attacked?
No.
No. So
No.
Ryan was when we were going to the Rampage Library first time, and we were in the caravan or something, going from like Phelan to somewhere down here, and that's caravan got attacked.
See, I
This
do.
also was the marking of Cody's Mistmail campaign.
Right.
Mhm.
That's,
See, I do,
that's a callback.
See, I do remember. I think us going to like this library or something with Grim and like discussing
that
it
was-
there.
We were discussing the time heist there.
Yeah, time heist. Thank you.
Now, if you all are going to start making your way up north toward Myril, then I am going to go ahead and return Saipei to Vorm wherever we. I'm going to, number one, retrieve your horse, Miss.
Thank you.
And number two, inform Miss Everbright of what's been happening. And check
Yeah,
up on how she is, considering that we sort of just murdered her entire family.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
very true. Should we deal with that? Because I feel like Cody. I feel like Drac, you have some unfinished business there.
I wouldn't say unfinished.
Do you not wish to go see your family?
I mean,
Is
I believe
that's
that up to you, Mr. Canty, because as of today, or as of yesterday, you are a free man.
what?
Technically, the people who put the bounty on your head are gone, meaning there's no one left to pay the bounty, so the bounty's now null and void.
I was not just. It wasn't just about a bounty. I committed murder.
You acted on self-defense. Miss Everbright proved that.
So it's just done like that?
Well, as Mr. Oceana said, there's no one else to pay the bounty.
you can?
Or pursue the case. So legally, without anyone pursuing your warrant of death, there's no reason to have the warrant of death. You
You're-
didn't technically.
You are free.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to go see my family if you would take me.
And we're going back to Saipei.
Pretty sure there's no arguments from the rest of the group.
Nope, no arguments here, bud.
Shall we cabin boats and airships this, or are we just going to get teleported?
I vote airships.
Well, if Hino's going there already, there's a good chance she's just
As we're
possibly
talking,
gonna take
just
us.
teleports us.
I did not have time to mentally prepare for this.
Aha!
Or did I?
Did no
Welcome to
one like?
Josh's world for anything we do.
Did no one put that into thought that we killed the people hunting Cody down? So
Oh,
thereby
I was thinking about it. I just didn't say anything.
I mean, fair, I guess.
Well, that's up to you guys, because if you guys go from Phelan to Myril, it's going to take you about 10 days on foot from where you are in Phelan right now. Which gives you guys enough time to, investigate these shadow creatures that are just gallivanting around. Hino already said that she's going to take care of everything in Saipei.
that's fair. At this point, it's Cody's choice.
Yeah.
I hate to put that on you, Cody, but
Is it going to take away from our timetable?
To put it this way, Cody, the news of like just 7 buildings just going up in flames in one night is kind of spreading like wildfire throughout Saipei and its continent right now.
No pun intended.
So
Unfully intended.
they're gonna need some time to process this.
give him a
Okay.
week or two.
All right.
So what we can do is we can set it up for you to go back home and say that Hino asked you to go ahead and write a letter to your family and say, whatever you wanted to say is like, hey, we need to talk or whatever.
Hey, I cleared my name.
Like, hey, I cleared my name, so we
We
cool?
good?
Jack
We
is a
Gucci?
And besides, you are now also within the realm of the Serpent Syndicate.
Jack is a free elf.
So you can talk with the Syndicate while you're in Myril, so that way you can start saving up your gold again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't get to pay them anymore.
And you can get Brady off the hook.
Whoop, whoop.
Nah,
I-
let
I-
that one ride.
Yeah. That one kind of has to ride.
Well, to be fair, if you're not a wanted man, I don't necessarily have to protect you anymore.
That's not true.
No, you're still his personal bodyguard.
That was
That's
yes.
not argued.
I
Wait. Usk was his personal bodyguard?
Mhm.
That's cool.
He made that deal, right? And then like 3 sessions later, Cody got kidnapped.
Cody was kidnapped.
Yeah.
and Brady just went, fuck.
Yep.
You all have such cool ideas for your characters.
We just kind of go
Oh,
with the
this-
flow, man.
Most of it just happens during the sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Just go with the flow.
Really?
Yeah. Originally, when I made Usk, he wasn't Cody's bodyguard. Their stories were somewhat intertwined.
He was just a dumb
Mhm.
brute.
They don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
When
I
he
found the
first-
body of the man Cody killed.
When we
Ooh.
first met Usk, he was a dumb brute. And now when we look at Usk today, he's a slightly less dumb brute.
Hey, when you first met Usk, he wasn't dumb. He was a
wasn't?
brute, but he wasn't dumb.
Yeah, he's gotten quite a bit of brain damage since then.
That's true.
And the brain damage.
It
And
may
the
have-
brain damage. And
It
the
may have
brain
gone
damage.
down.
Oh, when did you get here, Master Percy?
All right, so we're in agreement
Mhm.
that Cody wrote a letter sending it with Hino to Vormir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna make our way to Myril, investigate these shadow creatures, and talk with the Queen, and then prepare for the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to keep muting because I'm eating the loudest chips ever.
No, that's okay.
Sun
Um,
chips.
Yeah. So, as much as I hate to fucking do this, I think we should call session here then.
You're calm, my dude.
Yeah, it's up to you, dude.
That's all right, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't,
I'll
Have
be completely
anything
honest.
prepared.
I had no idea where we were gonna go. Like all I had planned for the last 2 weeks was, you guys talking with CL and talking with the Imperials to see if they wanted in on the fight against Armageddon.
Well, to be fair, it really did come down to the whole conversation, what we would do next, based
Yeah.
off of this conversation. It's very
Yeah.
important.
So, while this is all going on, Hino is also going to tell you guys that Noctis is ready.
Oh.
Oh,
So we're
So,
ready for the time heist.
the time heist is also on the table. And now, Hino also offers you guys the ability to travel to the elemental planes at any time.
Okay. So if the
Whenever we
time
feel ready.
So I feel like we want to get the time heist kind of done with, because that's been the main.
It
I
it's
mean,
gonna be rough,
I mean,
Matt.
would-
It's not going to be easy.
I'm aware.
Okay, so, okay, so I would like to throw my hat into the ring here and say, and say, and say, with stuttering, why don't we go ahead and we do the elemental planes first, get powered up, and then we can worry about the time heist.
See, I'm worried about elemental planes because if we get that elemental planes power first, we're gonna put more of a beacon on ourselves when we do time heist.
You also have to keep into context of what Hino was telling you about what you're after.
A man.
A catastrophic dragon.
I'm thinking time heist first, then planes.
It probably would be best to go after the time heist first, because while we're still of a lower level of power, we're going to be more off the grid to Cycrex.
Yeah, and that's why we're going specifically because
You guys don't want to open up a beacon to Cycrex and then
we will
have
be the
that to
equivalent
deal
of
with next.
Ants in a
Precisely.
ants in a picnic.
Exactly.
Who is Cycrex?
The
The
evil
mad god
the
of
evil god
a-
of the first campaign.
Yeah,
We're pulling an Avengers, baby.
he's a mad god of magic.
Oh, I love Avengers. That
But
should be
no,
fun.
Okay, so next week, in that case, then I will prepare. I will prepare for you guys to go into the plane of time. I will prepare the time heist for you guys to meet Crow, and I'll also prepare the world meeting.
All right.
All right.
it just seems like the time heist is the most pressing thing currently.
True, and don't forget, you also need Crow to train some of you guys.
Exactly, because the thing is, we get Crow, we get a Mesami awake theoretically, meaning that we have a Mesami for the world meeting.
Mhm.
Which, in all honesty, having a Mesami at the world meeting is a good fucking thing.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it's
So
Well,
everything at this point is revolving around the time heist.
sounds about right.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
In that case, then, ladies and gentlemen, that is what you have to look forward to for next week. Again, today was just a planning and there's small role play,
That's fun.
and so that way everybody is on the same. So
Mhm.
tune in next week. I am planning on starting at our usual time of 7:00, but if things come around, I will inform everybody on Twitter.
I should be fine.
All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next week, right here at the Silent Table. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, chat. Have a good night.